Good evening, everyone. This is Scott, or the Scott Man. Let me turn on the air conditioner a little bit so that way you can hear me a little bit better. Anyway, so we're doing a drive video today. We're going to be heading north on Schaefer Highway and Coolidge Highway today. So we're basically driving the road in almost its entirety. The reason why I say almost is because there's a small part of Coolidge Highway that's that's residential going southeast of Jefferson. So I'm not going to be covering that stretch because it's just a residential street, but we're covering like the main stretch. So basically it starts out briefly as Coolidge Highway here in River Rouge, Michigan. And after you cross over this traffic light, it becomes Schaefer Highway through all of the rest of Wayne County, and then up on the other side of 8 Mile becomes Coolidge Highway once again. So River Rouge is one of the downriver communities. It's immediately to the south of Detroit. And as we pass this gas station, we are leaving River Rouge and we're entering the city of Detroit. And I do apologize for the sun glare because we're driving directly into the sun. That will change as we continue our way north, as long as we don't hit every traffic light like we are here right now. So with crossing over into the Detroit city limits, this now becomes Schaefer Highway. So what's going to be interesting is that we're in the Detroit city limits right now, but we're going to be leaving Detroit in a little bit and then going back into it. And whoever timed these traffic lights needs to be fired right now. Like, this is ridiculous. Because yeah, I've had to stop at every traffic light. Like these are all like just residential streets I've had to stop at so far. And yeah, we got another traffic light we'll be stopping at shortly. Although this one's a bigger light. This one is 4th Street, or M85. With 4th Street goes all the way over toward Campus Martius Park in downtown Detroit, and then going the other way, it goes to the other downriver communities before ending at I-75. Oh, good timing. So we're crossing over 4th Street and access to I-90 or I-75 north. Make a right turn back at 4th Street and you can get on to 75 north. To go on to I-75 south, you can make a left turn here at this traffic light. So yeah, right now we are now driving through a major industrial area of like the south side of Detroit. Like, this is all like a big industrial park. Got a very slow moving train over there. It's like, imagine if it was an at-grade railroad crossing. I'd probably be canceling the video because I'd probably be sitting there for a very long time. And unfortunately having to stop at this light here. But yeah, it's a very nice evening out right now. The car thermometer is only reading 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Convert that to Celsius, it's around like 27 degrees. Crossing over Oakwood here. But yeah, Oakwood, if you were to make a left turn, that'll take you in the direction over toward the Henry Ford Museum in Greenfield Village. But it's another one of these north and south highways I'm covering are like larger highways in the Metro Detroit area, which I think I've done some other ones recently, like Middle Belt Road. Another one I need to do pretty soon is Inkster Road. So this light here, this is Greenfield Road, and this is where Greenfield Road begins, and it goes all the way up toward like the Birmingham, Michigan area. That's another road I could do at some point, but they have that completely closed there, so probably not for a long time. video on that one. And we're going over the Rouge River here. And this is another continuation of the big industrial park. And yeah, I forgot to mention, yeah, shortly after crossing or going past I-75, we're technically now in Dearborn. So yeah, it's like not very inspiring over here, but you have a lot of industry going on in this part. And yeah, we're about to get the sun probably one more time in this video, and then we're gonna start heading due north, and we won't have to worry about the sun getting in the video. And then if you make a left turn here, that will take you over toward I-94. So you can use that to get over to I-94 north or not north or south, but east or west. Of course, I-94 east goes back toward Detroit. I-94 west take you out toward the airport in Ann Arbor. And we got the big Ford Rouge River plant off to the right. We're getting into like the northern end of the big industrial park. It's like, yeah, the Ford plant's like the final part of it. And now for the rest of this video, in general, we'll be heading due north. Because like the southern part of Schaefer is kind of like northwest and southeast. And we are going over I-94 right here. Rotunda Drive over there, that'll take you, or it's like a shortcut to the main stretch of Rotunda Drive, and that kind of heads almost toward like where the Henry Ford Museum is, although it doesn't go directly to it. So yeah, we're out of the industrial area. Now we're getting into the heart of Dearborn proper, because this is where you got all your different businesses. And then I gotta stop. So I gotta let him cross, because he was practically in the middle of the intersection, and it's probably a good thing too, because this light just turned green. So it's like if you do a good deed, you get rewarded. That is the moral of today's story. If you do a good deed to other people, it's like you'll be rewarded in some way. So we're getting into downtown Dearborn right now, as we got the City Hall for Dearborn off to the left. So we got Michigan Avenue over here, and off to the left over there, that is the Arab American Cultural Center. It is a very, very nice museum. Goes into all the different history and the culture of the Arab American community. And I'm amazed I made that light at Michigan Avenue, because that's a major intersection. Although it turned red not too long after I crossed through it. So yeah, this is the main area of Dearborn. Dearborn is pretty big, but this is like where like the main downtown area is. And what's really nice about Dearborn is you got all kinds of great like Middle Eastern style stores and restaurants, like especially the restaurants. Yeah, some of the best Middle Eastern food in all of Metro Detroit. You can find that here in Dearborn. Just like there's a really good Yemeni restaurant called Sheba that's off Michigan Avenue that goes west of Schaefer. And here is Ford Road, or M153. When it comes to the mile road system, this is basically 0 mile road. was anything at that part. Although we got people going really slowly in this left lane here, so I'm going to go ahead and get over. Just before this traffic light on the left, that is a restaurant called Arbil Kebab. That is a Iraqi restaurant. They have a lot of great Iraqi food. Like their kebab is phenomenal. So I've been there a couple times, and yeah, they have really good food in there. But that's the cool thing about Dearborn, is that it's like you got all kinds of Middle Eastern foods, like from different countries from the Middle East, like Yemen. You got food from Iraq. You got Lebanese food. You got Syrian food. It's like you got everything here. It's pretty interesting. That's Haggerty Street or Haggerty Avenue, not to be confused with the larger Haggerty Road. That's a lot further to the west, out in the western part of the Metro Detroit area. And yeah, it looks like we are gonna have to stop at this light up ahead. Like, this is Warren Avenue. I'm gonna have to get over this. Right lane, I think, ends immediately after the traffic light. Yep. So it's almost like a right turn only lane. So this is Warren Avenue. Of course, Warren Avenue going east will eventually get you over into Detroit's Midtown, over by Wayne State University. Along Warren here in Dearborn, there are a lot more Middle Eastern restaurants too. There is a really good place called Al Baik, which have some of the best chicken shawarma I've had in all of Metro Detroit. And the people inside there are some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. Like, they're extremely kind. So yeah, definitely a great place to go to for food, especially for chicken shawarma. And then somewhere on Warren Avenue too, there's also a Syrian restaurant, which is really good. I forgot the name of it, but I did do a Middle Eastern restaurant tour of Dearborn 2.5 years ago, where I went to a Syrian restaurant, which was quite delicious. Yep, and we're crossing over Tireman Avenue, and we are back in the Detroit city limits again. So we just left Dearborn, and we will be in the Detroit city limits for pretty much all the way until we get to 8 Mile. So it's like Dearborn and Dearborn Heights kind of carves themselves into the western part of Detroit a little bit. Homes off to the right. Okay, I can say here. That car's making a left turn, but there thankfully is a left turn lane here. It's like for Schaefer and Coolidge, yeah, I've never been on this stretch of Schaefer before. Like, pretty much, I haven't really been on Schaefer going north of Warren. So this is kind of new for me, but generally along Schaefer in the Detroit city limits is pretty much residential, I would say. We have a lot of traffic lights, and even ones we're having to stop at. So it's like, yeah, once again, I will have to stop the video. But yeah, it's like with these driving videos, I'm trying to catch up a little bit because it's like there's been a lot of weekends where I have not filmed a single one, and I've been starting to run short on them a little bit, so I'm trying to catch up a little bit. So I'm filming this one here on a Saturday evening, and then I'm planning to film another one tomorrow morning. So yeah, because unless something comes up or something, I'm planning. I want to film Inkster Road tomorrow. So it'll be another one of these Metro Detroit secondary roads, and this was poorly timed. Very poorly timed. Yep, so right here, this is Plymouth Road. So it's one of the larger east and west secondary roads. Yeah, a lot of duplexes on Schaefer. And you gotta drive carefully here because a lot of people are parked on the side of the road, and some even starting to go into the road a little bit. And it feels like it's like after crossing into the Detroit city limits, I'm catching every single traffic light. So it's like I am not getting a break today. Although people are starting to like cross over or something like that, which yeah, that's okay. Okay, well at least I can keep the video rolling. Oh yeah, this crossing looks horrendous. I'm going to go over a little bit. So yeah, that crossing looked nasty. So it's like everybody was driving like 5 miles an hour over it. You pretty much have to with how bad that was. Yep, and once again, another traffic light and another red light. Yep, and this is I-96 here. So I-96 East, of course, will take you into Detroit. I-96 West will take you out toward the suburbs like Livonia. And I had a feeling it was gonna be this cruel, where it's like you just get through the light and you have to stop again for Grand River. So if this is Grand River here, M5, Grand River, of course, goes into downtown Detroit, and then Grand River going the other way eventually heads all out toward Lansing and then in the direction toward Grand Rapids. Because it's basically the route that goes along I-96. And it's like, are you kidding me? It's like, I have stopped at every red light in the Detroit city limits. It's like it does not want me to make any progress with this video. Although it's finally turning green, but I'm still having to stop anyway. But it's like, yeah, traffic is moving very slowly. Might be able to, oh, okay, the second lane might be opening up, so I might be able to get around. So that's good. Although he's going over into this lane a little bit, so I'm going to try to get around him as fast as I can. Another railroad crossing. This one looks a lot better though. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. And what do you know? I finally get to make a traffic light. Just a smaller road though. This is Linden Street. It's like it's a miracle. Yeah, not really anything going on in here though. It's like unfortunately all these old businesses are pretty much all boarded up, and it's like they're not really serving any purpose anymore. It's really sad to see. It's like, yeah, Detroit is really coming back to life, which is great, Unfortunately, though, it's like I can't hide it. It's like there are some neighborhoods which have seen their better days, and hopefully they can get some improvements out here at some point. Because yeah, it's not perfect, and there's still a lot of areas which unfortunately have seen their better days. And if this is Fenkel Avenue or 5 Mile, so again, just made that traffic light, so my luck is starting to turn a little bit. Yep, and yeah, a lot more boarded up businesses here. Although there was a Family Dollar that's open back there. This would be kind of narrow. Okay, yeah, people are making things work, so this is good. So getting a little more lucky with the traffic lights. This is just Puritan. It's kind of like it's like 5.5 mile road. This is all like residential areas here. Different, got a nursing center to the right, and then yeah, it looks like apartments to the left. So yeah, we're now approaching the Lifer McNichols, or 6 Mile Road, which is a road I filmed earlier this year. I'm gonna stop right here. We got someone crossing the road, and I want to make sure you can get across safely. Okay, yeah. It's like I was watching him off camera. He was really struggling to get across, so it's like, yeah, make sure you give him plenty of room to get safely across. Okay, so we're crossing over McNichols now, and we will continue. Okay, looks like this lane is ending, so we'll need to get back over. I got Sinai Grace Hospital off to the left. Okay, we'll have to get over here to get around this vehicle, and this is Outer Drive, or Outer Drive West, technically. Got duplex homes on both sides of the road here. Oh wow, this is good timing. This is the Lodge Freeway over here. So the Lodge Freeway, of course, goes into downtown Detroit, and he turned his turn blinker on rather late, so I'm having to get over almost. Didn't even have enough time as there was a car almost right behind me now, but got over okay. And of course, anyway, so then the Lodge Freeway going northwest heads out towards Southfield. And then this upcoming traffic light, this is 7 Mile. I don't think the right lane continues much past 7 miles, so I need to stay over here. Oh wow, this is good timing. The light just turned green. And yep, 7 Mile is another video I filmed earlier this year too. It's like I also want to film 5 Mile at some point, but 5 Mile is currently closed for a stretch, I think west of where Scotty Simpson's Fish and Chips are located. So because of that, I can't film that video right now. But yeah, it is interesting how Schaefer has a lot of duplex homes. Yep, and yeah. We're starting to approach 8 Mile Road. You can start to see the traffic light up ahead, and shouldn't have to wait for very long at that light because it's been red for a while. And I believe I can probably... Oh, I don't know about this. I was going to say I could go over the right lane, but we got a lot of traffic in that lane too. So I think I'm just going to stay over... Yeah, we're slowly moving, so I'll just stay over here. So this is 8 Mile Road. This is the border for Wayne County and Oakland County. And this is where Schaefer Highway becomes Coolidge Highway. So we are now entering Oakland County. We are now in Oak Park. And this is now the start of Coolidge Highway. So we will be out of the Detroit city limits for the rest of this video, and we'll just be like in Detroit's northern suburbs. And as you can see now, yeah, it's like, yeah, Coolidge, yeah, it's a busier highway, because this is now pretty much a 5-lane highway here, so... I could definitely say, like, definitely a change of vibes a little bit. Got some apartment complexes, although we still got some duplex homes off to the left, though, too. It's like, even though we're not in Detroit anymore, at least on the left there are duplex homes, although not so much on the right side. Got a KFC on our left. And this is the light for 9 Mile. We got a pretty big shopping area here. I see a dollar store, a supermarket, a gas station. It's like a dry cleaner, Tim Hortons, pharmacy, or CVS pharmacy. It's like definitely a little bit more commercial activity there. And yeah, it just made that light because, yeah, 9 Mile, the traffic light just turned red shortly after I passed through it. Wow, that car was gonna hit me if I would have merged over. Because it's like I was trying to merge over and there was a car that was in the right lane behind me and he was not stopping. He eventually did, but it's like I felt like if I would have stayed over there, he probably would have. There was a possibility you could have rear-ended me. So it's like, yeah, let's get back over. So back at that traffic light there, if you go left, that's like where the Civic Center is for Oak Park. duplex homes on our right. So it's like we've been seeing a lot of duplexes on this road, not only in the Detroit city limits, but even here in Oak Park. But just on this road, though, it's like all the residential neighborhoods, yeah, just single unit homes, which is pretty much the norm here for Metro Detroit. And we have made it over to 10 Mile Road, and this is also where I-696 is. So this is Interstate 696. Take that. So yeah, we're still in Oak Park a little bit, although I think we're at the western end of Huntington Woods to the right. Yeah, so we're on the border of Oak Park continues on the left, and then you have Huntington Woods on the right. So anyway, 696 West takes you out towards Southfield, Farmington Hills, eventually out toward Novi. 696 East goes out toward Royal Oak, Madison Heights, Warren, Roseville, that area. They worked, maybe they worked on this part of Coolidge maybe within the past few years, because this is really good concrete here. And this is, yeah, it looks like Coolidge is going to just become a 3-lane road starting here at 11 Mile. So this is where both Oak Park and Huntington Woods end. As we cross over 11 Mile, we are now entering Berkley. So we're now in the city of Berkley, Michigan. It's a very, very nice community. A lot of different shops and restaurants. It's like you got two like downtown corridors. The first one is along here on Coolidge, going up all the way up to 12 Mile. And then the main downtown district is west on 12 Mile. A little fun fact, Berkley is where my mother grew up. The first two homes she lived in were in Berkley. Oh, got a lot of people out getting ice cream right now. It's a nice day for it. Then we'll have to stop. Oh, never mind. We'll keep going because the light just turned green. This is Catalpa, which is 11.5 Mile Road. And here's like the business district along Coolidge. You got a lot of different stores and different restaurants along in here. It's a nice little community. Dave's Tavern here. I know they're known for their beer and also their burgers. And then the traffic light up ahead, that is 12 Mile. And there's going to be a gas station on the right side. And in this gas station, the Sunoco station, there is a restaurant called Mr. Kebab. Like, it's the original Mr. Kebab restaurant, and there's also like Mr. Kebab Expresses all around the area where they got great like Middle Eastern style food, like think like shawarma or like gyros, different things like that. So anyway, going further west on 12 Mile, that'll take you into the main part of downtown Berkley. And crossing over 12 Mile, it's like now we're on a So this is kind of like the beginning of a boulevard for Coolidge. And we have a very large cemetery off to the right. And of course more residences on the left. A little fun fact, I don't want to say fun fact or anything, but one interesting thing is that I have my great-grandparents on my mother's side. So my mother's maternal grandparents are buried in that cemetery off to the right, as well as one of my mom's aunts, which she unfortunately passed away like a year before I was born. She ended up dying pretty young because of lung cancer. Because yeah, my maternal grandmother, she had a few different siblings. She was the oldest in her family. Like she had a younger brother, 2 younger sisters, and there was technically a younger sibling as well, but unfortunately one died very, 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 very young, which was really, really sad. If we would have gone left at that fork, that would take it over to Beaumont Hospital here in Royal Oak. It is a very large hospital. A lot of different retail and a lot of different restaurants off and to the left over there. And this is Woodward Avenue. Just think, a few weeks from now in real time, the Woodward Dream Cruise is going to be going on. So we just crossed over Woodward, and now we got a traffic light for 13 Mile Road. So technically, we're now in Royal Oak. But yeah, so the aunt I was talking about who's buried in that cemetery, yeah, she died really, really young. And she was like the youngest in the family, in my grandmother's family growing up. And it's like, yeah, it's like the moral of the story is, yeah, it's like, yeah, don't smoke anything. Because yeah, it's like, I've never smoked any cigarettes, cigars, vaping devices, anything. It's like, basically, I don't smoke at all. I don't smoke anything, and I'm very thankful for that, because I like to be able to have clean lungs. I'm trying to think, I may have to go over to the right lane, but I'm not sure yet. But anyway, about the area, it's like crossing over Woodward Avenue, we cross over into Royal Oak. It's like downtown Royal Oak is like another couple miles or so to the southeast of here. It's like, this is like the western end of Royal Oak. And this is Normandy Road, or like 13.5 Mile Road. A lot of slow traffic in the left lane. I'm trying to debate if I may have to get over here anyway, because what's going to happen coming up is Coolidge temporarily ends at 14 Mile, and then at 14 Mile Road up ahead. So we have to make a right, and then we have to make another left to continue on Coolidge. Because what I don't remember is if the people in the left lane can make a right turn too. So I'll have to look to see what I have to do. But I can, okay, people over the left can get over too, so I can get back over safely. So this is 14 Mile Road, and good news for me, turning right, the green arrow continues. So we're temporarily on 14 Mile Road, and here's the railroad tracks where Amtrak goes through. And here is where Coolidge continues, and unfortunately we're not going to be making this light. Alright, so now we can continue to the north on Coolidge. But it's like it does this because of the railroad tracks. Got a big storage facility off to the right. I think it's like public storage or something. And then if you make a right turn here, this traffic light. That'll take over to a Meijer. So yeah, we have a Meijer department store that's off to the right. Got the gas station for Meijer as well. And we're now starting to come into a pretty big shopping area. Because on the left side, yeah, you got a lot of department stores. You got Michael's, Kroger, Kohl's, Home Depot, Target. Whole bunch of stuff. You see like an Old Navy. Some different restaurants over here as well too. It's like I can't see everything that's over there just because of the sun. Ulta Beauty. I think there's even a Five Guys in there as well too. And we're coming up to Maple Road, or 15 Mile Road. There's a Panera Bread off to the right. So if you go left on 15 Mile Road or Maple Road, you'll go by a Whole Foods, Whole Foods, and then eventually it'll take you into Birmingham, downtown Birmingham, Michigan. Oh, and I forgot to mention, once we cross over 14 Mile Road, we're now in Troy, Michigan. But yeah, there used to be a Whole Foods market to the right there, but they moved to a different building, a newer building on Maple Road. And right over here, we're now on the edge of Troy to our right and Birmingham to our left. So we got a big apartment complex off to the right, and then, of course, the residences for Birmingham to our left. We're starting to get up to the area where the Somerset Collection is, which is a very upscale shopping mall. Located here on Coolidge and then over at Big Beaver Road, which is 16 Mile Road. And unfortunately, I'm having to stop at this light, which in the end, I'm probably going to have to stop at Big Beaver. It's red right now, but it'll probably turn green or something before I can even get there. We'll wait and see, though. Yep, so we are now getting to where the Somerset Collection is. So it's on both sides of Big Beaver Road, which is this traffic light up ahead, and we're going to get lucky to be able to go right through the light today. So on this side you have Somerset South, which is, you got like Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue. And on the north side you got Nordstrom and Macy's. And the north side of Somerset is the larger side. You got more stores. It's also 3 stories, where the south side is only 2 stories. You also have a really nice food court in the Somerset Collection as well, too. Or in fact, I think it might still be there today. It's supposed to be a Chick-fil-A there, and it was one of the oldest Chick-fil-A's in the state of Michigan. Because Chick-fil-A had, until a few years ago, had not really come into Michigan yet. The only place you really could find it was either inside the Somerset Collection or at Oakland University. But they finally opened up restaurants here in the Metro Detroit area. There's some in the Grand Rapids area, Kalamazoo. Might even be some in Lansing too, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So passing over Big Beaver, now Troy's on both sides of the road. And we're pretty much going to be in Troy for the rest of this video. And once we pass the Somerset Collection, now we're generally going to be like in residential areas. Man, I got really unlucky with this light here. Yep, so this is Waddles Road, or 17 Mile Road. Yeah, we don't have that much more left to go in this video. There's only like 3 3 more miles left to go. Because Schaefer and Coolidge only goes up to like the equivalent of 20-mile road. But yeah, it's like when driving the entire stretch of Schaefer and Coolidge, it's amazing how much the road changes as you drive. Because like heck, in the southern end, like we're back down in the southern part of Dearborn, we were driving through an industrial park. It's like, yeah, and of course this looks dramatically different than that. But it's pretty interesting how this is one divided highway in Michigan where you can make left turns off of in a lot of areas, which is because of the Michigan lefts. It's not really seen that much. So there are a lot of instances where you can make a left turn. Although there's traffic light here for Long Lake Road or 18-mile road. This one is an exception. Although you can make a left turn from Long Lake, though. Just not from Coolidge. Well, I guess maybe not if you're going east on Long Lake Road. You can't make a direct left turn. But yeah, look at that park off to the right. That's a beautiful park. Although, yeah, I see a sign saying private property, so it's got to be a part of a... Yeah, so yeah, it's a private park, so it's like you can't... Yeah, I see. I think I see like maybe like a... I don't want to say it's like a country club, but kind of something like it. Yeah, what a beautiful evening. It's like, yeah, summers in Michigan can be quite pleasant, I have to say. Because, yeah, it's like, yeah, we can get hot and humid air here, but every once in a while we'll get cold fronts and things cool down quite nicely. And we're about to pass I-75 once again. So it's like, yeah, we passed I-75 back down in Detroit and Dearborn, like back down the industrial area, and now we're crossing over 75 again here in the northern suburbs. And this was lucky. The light just turned green. So this is Square Lake Road, or 19-mile road. And this is where Coolidge now is just a 3-lane road again. Hardly any traffic on this stretch. Because I'll be concluding things in like less than a minute from now, so I'm going to start saying some last things here. So Coolidge Highway ends at this upcoming traffic light, which is for South Blvd. South Blvd is basically 20-mile road and is the border between Troy and Rochester Hills. Nice little park here. You got the Lloyd Stage Nature Center. Alright, so with the exception of a very small residential area of River Rouge, Michigan, which we did not drive in, we have driven just about the entirety of Schaefer Highway and Coolidge Highway, starting off down in River Rouge, Michigan, coming all the way up to South Blvd in Troy, Michigan. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video here on Schaefer and Coolidge Highway. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out here from Troy, Michigan.